Boom! What's happening, people? Right, welcome to the reaction video of the North London Derby, NLD. Guess who won it? Let's go! Right, welcome guys. This is the reaction video. We just done the very important North London Derby at the Emirates Stadium. So, it's the NLD game, the first one of the season. We played it at home, and guess what happened? We laid the smackdown on Tottenham. That's right, guys. After the meaty draw we got at Sunderland, the last Premier League game we played, I wasn't happy about that performance, but guess what? They've come back and they have improved. The first half, unbelievable. Getting 2 goals in the first half with Leandro Trossard's impressive composure in front of the goal. And then obviously Eberechi Eze's first in the first half around the 41st minute. And then the second half was when we laid the smackdown on them. Well, to be honest, we laid the smackdown in both halves, to be honest. I mean, Tottenham were nowhere to be found in the first half. Their ball control, their passing, their possession was absolutely nowhere. In the first half, Tottenham were invisible. They were nowhere to be seen. 45% of the ball game was in their half. The other 45% was in midfield. David Raya could have put a beach chair out with the cocktail because they were nowhere near our goal. Then, as we picked up the tempo, Tottenham just withdrew within their shell, and as soon as the first goal went in, heads dropped. That's right, Leandro Trossard made a cute little run into the box, and who saw him? None other than Mikel Merino lobbed the Tottenham defenders. Ball dropped at Trossard's feet. He had to control it, but what happened was Mickey van der Ven slid in with a tackle, and as Trossard was about to shoot, he shot against Van der Ven's foot, and it went straight into the bottom left corner. What an unbelievable piece of play from Arsenal. Then not long after that, around the 41st minute, Eberechi Eze gets a ball played into him by Declan Rice, takes a shot, 2-0 Arsenal, and that really summed up the first half, guys. We were dominating, we were bossing, we were little brothering them. They were nobody to us. They were literally boys against us men. That's right, it was boys versus men, and they went invisible. They were nowhere to be found. They withdrew within their shell. Their head drops. Now the second half was even more impressive, because not only did we maintain our level of play, Tottenham now had to change tactics. And when they did change tactics, guess who came up and scored the third goal? None other than Eberechi Eze, the man of the match. He had an incredible game. I must say, the first 5-10 minutes of that game, he lost 1 or 2 balls. I thought, okay, it's going to be another Eze performance. Not a bad performance, but not one that we known him for. However, he absolutely switched it on at the end of the first half. From the beginning of the second half, he switched it on, took the game by the scruff of the neck and said, "This is my game." He fully came out. He fully hammered Tottenham. His passing was incredible. His vision was incredible. His awareness, his movement. It took Arsenal and Eberechi Eze 1 minute in the second half to get their third goal. And at 46-47 minutes, Arsenal were 3-0 up. Game was done. That's it. Tottenham were finished. However, Zubamendi got caught in possession, unluckily, and just as he got caught in possession, Richarlison was there to grab the ball. He saw David Raya off his line. This is not the first time David Raya has been caught off the line. However, it was very unexpected. Richarlison saw that, took a shot, and the ball dipped right into the goal. So after Richarlison scored the goal, Tottenham started to find a bit of momentum. They started stringing a couple of passes together. Xavi Simons came on, had a bit of influence, had a bit of energy, oomph added to Tottenham. However, they still wasn't playing to their best abilities, guys. Tottenham were missing. They were nowhere to be seen. But when they got that goal via Richarlison, they picked up a bit of tempo. The possession stats changed. They started creating a little bit more. But by that time, just to let you know, Richarlison's goal was their first attempt and their first strike on target, and that gave them the goal. So it was very flukish, and it was very unlucky on our behalf. We really and truly should have kept a clean sheet, but we ended up giving them the goal. No matter, because not long after that, around the 75th, 76th minute, none other than Eberechi Eze comes and claims the match ball by scoring his hat trick, by scoring his third goal and cementing Arsenal's win. We battered them. We slapped it on them. We laid the smackdown on Tottenham. Absolutely ferocious we were on them. We were playing them off the park in every position. They were like this, caught in a headlight. We went for the jugular. We really destroyed them. We destroyed their morale. We destroyed their tactics. We destroyed their way of playing. Everything. Nothing was working for them. We really laid the smackdown on Tottenham. So Eberechi Eze gets his hat-trick. Leandro Trossard gets his goal. Noni Madueke, another piece of good news. Noni Madueke came on about the last 10, 15, 10, 12 minutes of the game. Gets a little run out, gets a little match time to get more match fit. Wanyeri came on as well to get a little run out. So we maintain. Also, Mosquera came on for Hicapia. By the way, Hicapia deserves a round of applause. I told everyone, I said Hicapia is going to play, and watch him. This man knows how to go into beast mode. He knows it. He comes from Germany, from Leverkusen, winning the league over there with Xabi Alonso. Experience in these big games. He experiences the derby games. He knows what to do in these situations. So absolutely fantastic tactical display from him, from Mikel Arteta as well, for knowing that he should be put in this game rather than Mosquera. Mosquera did come on for the last 5 minutes, 8 minutes or whatever it was to get a little run out. So well done for that as well. Other than that, that's it, guys. First half we dominated. Second half we dominated. Tottenham really did not have any chances. And another thing I want to say, the man of the match for Arsenal and the man of the match in general is obviously Eberechi Eze. But I want to tip my hat to Vicario, because Vicario really and truly kept Tottenham in the game. Absolutely fantastic goalkeeping from him, because Declan Rice had a shot in the first 2-3 minutes that should have went in. He saved it. Eberechi had a couple of shots that he saved. Saka had some chances that he saved. Who else? A couple of other players. A header from Calafiori. So really and truly, Arsenal could have won this game by 7 or 8. That's how many chances we had. But, 4 is good enough. We should have been really 4-0. It's a stain to have them break our clean sheet, or not having a clean sheet against Tottenham. But you can't have your cake and eat it. So I'll take a 4-1 win. Right. So let's do the player ratings for Arsenal real quick. So I'd say, let's start with David Raya. So David Raya, again, not having much to do. However, being caught off the line again. This is like the second or third time in his Arsenal career where he's been caught offline. It hasn't made a huge difference for us whether he is caught off the line or not, because we've already wrapped the game up. But still, we want to keep clean sheets. So I'm going to give a 7 to David Raya, because other than that, he was done wonderful. Absolutely fantastic goalkeeper from David Raya. When we needed him, he was there, but he didn't have much to do, and that's the truth of it. So a 7 for David Raya. Timber, absolute 9 for Timber. Saliba, give him an 8. He played absolutely fantastic. Captained the back four, or led the back four very well, but then all of the back four are leaders in general. But he played very well. I'll give him an 8. Hicapia, give him an 8 as well. Very, very good. Same as Saliba. Very calm, composed, calculated, doesn't panic, doesn't stress out, knows how to handle these pressure cooker games. So he gets an 8, and Calafiori gets a 9. So the two wing backs, or the two right and left defenders, I'll give them both a 9, and then the central defenders get an 8, because Calafiori and Timber were heavily involved in a lot of the attacking plays where Saliba and Hicapia just maintained the back and made sure nothing came through. And obviously they conceded that goal. It's not their fault, but it's a goal conceded against them with Richarlison. So they get an 8 each. So 9 for Timber, 9 for Calafiori, 8 for Saliba, 8 for Hicapia. Eberechi Eze, 9 out of 9. Declan Rice, 9 out of 9. Zubimendi, 9 out of 9. I'm sorry, guys. They were all big performances. So obviously, giving them 10 out of 10 is ridiculous, because there's always room for improvement. They were very close to it. They are very close to a 10 out of 10 performance. But I think the whole of the midfield dominated this game. The Tottenham midfield didn't see nothing of the ball. So it's a 9 across the board for the midfield. Zubimendi, Declan Rice, and Eberechi Eze. If I could give Eberechi Eze a number, I'd probably give him 9.5. He was pushing the closest to the 10 mark. However, I think a 9 is about fair for everyone in the midfield. Saka gets an 8. Trossard gets an 8. Both of them played fantastic. I would have wished Saka to score and get on the score sheet. He didn't. So I'll give him an 8. Trossard as well, though he did get onto the score sheet. He did go missing in patches of the game, but still was impactful as per usual, but went missing here and there, so he gets an 8. And Mikel Merino, I'm going to give him a 7. Didn't play bad. I just felt like he fell on the floor a bit too much, moaned a bit too much, eventually did get on with it. Didn't really have much to say on the game, didn't really have much influence, but still when he did all right, so he gets a 7. So 7 for Raya, 7 for Mikel Merino, 9 and 9 for Calafiori and Timber, 8 and 8 for Saliba and Hecapie, and then 9 across the field for midfield. So Declan Rice gets a 9, Eberechi Eze gets a 9, Zubamendi gets a 9, then Saka 8, Trossard 8, and like I said, Mikel Merino 7. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. So that's it, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. That's really my match reaction. There's not much to say. They won. They battered Tottenham. It's what we expected. My prediction was 5-0. It really should have been about 7-0. It ended up being 4-1. Good enough for me. I just wanted to see a smackdown being laid on Tottenham, and it did. And that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.